for here.
That was Pam Pritt, I guess.
I don't know what his name was.
So it was a lady or a man?
It was a man.
Okay.
And Fred Ray, the gentleman up there, we was going to start up our own garbage service fee, and they gave us a song and dance about they were tired of people coming in from outside and disrupting everything. I don't think I should be an outsider in my own home state that I was born in,
right,
raised in.
And
my kids was
for.
born. And well, I just didn't fight for West Virginia. It's
right.
It's for all of them. But it seems like no one wants to listen to you. They make up their mind with or without your input, and they go with that. There's no democracy in this thing. The county commission is a lark, you know. Even though the people picked them, I'm thinking about even running for it since I had to go get a lawyer to force them to let me vote this past time.
Yeah.
I'd gone down beforehand. Said,
I remember you had a problem with it. They didn't want to let you vote.
They didn't want to let me vote. But they want to tax me and
well, you and I went into the clerk's office that time to, and I went there as a witness.
Bennett, yeah.
Did they ever give you?
They gave me the right to vote, which I think it's great. I mean, that proves that you're American when you can vote.
Well, I'm glad that we did it. I mean, you were being done wrong, but not being allowed to vote.
For all those years,
they wanted your tax money.
They take my tax money, but they don't want to give me a right to vote. So, if I couldn't vote in a presidential election, I guess I could not ever vote in any type of meeting in this county.
Right.
So, I mean, I couldn't run.
I
could not run for office. If I can't vote, I can't run for office. So, you know, this county, to me, and they keep saying it's going to get better. I haven't, since I've been in here, I haven't seen it get any better. It's not getting better. I haven't seen it get any better. And
I'm kind of surprised that these county commissioners wouldn't understand your situation.
I talked to Mr. Sims, I believe his name was, at the Old People's Home up there, Center. And I said, I got a problem.
That's Simmons.
Simmons, I'm sorry.
He's the director of that.
Okay, yeah.
He was a former county commissioner.
Yeah, my apologies. I found that out while I was up there. And it seemed like he came across pretty sharp. I mean,
he is.
He said, I said, look here, I got a problem. I can't live in my house. For 4 months out of the year, I become homeless. I'm paying taxes on a house year round that I can't utilize. They charge me for trash year round that I'm not even here to do it. You know, to generate any trash, regardless what day I'm supposed to dump it. They won't let me go down to the green boxes. They say I can't dump it there. There's a guy there that says I can't do it. Even when I'm there to do it.
Did they actually refuse you?
Yeah, one time they refused me. It was several years ago. The guy said I couldn't do it because I got, according to my address, I got Virginia tags on my car because of I can't put any other address down there. That's the only address I had. But now they come up with this new one. You know, they did away with the Cheyenne Lane. Now they're trying to say that Cary Lane is in.
This is with the new Postal Service regulations and redoing.
It's with the 911 people, yeah.
Okay. Well, wait a minute. Before you go on, let me see if Cary Lane. How did it get to be that name?
It was named after my deceased daughter.
Now, you lost a daughter.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
She was killed, right?
Yep.
Murdered.
Yeah.
So you named the road after her.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a special affection.
That was an agreement with everybody up there.
Yeah, right. That wasn't like you picked it out.
Right. Yes.
So this is this. I want this.
Everybody up there knew her. I mean, she was just a little girl.
Yeah.
So they named it Cary Lane.
Mm-hmm. In Virginia, I went once when the post office. Because I tried getting mail delivered through the Mornington office. Right. This is when Kelly was the postmaster.
Right.
And was it Susie, the driver?
Susie's our route, okay.
I went down and I said, where do you put the box at? And I put the box at, made it look like a little barn, exactly the way she told me to do it. And then Kelly wouldn't let her deliver mail there to me.
She was willing to. See, we've got a really good postmistress, but
well, she was willing to deliver my mail.
Deliver your mail, okay.
But she was told she couldn't do it. And it was because I used to be an ex-postal employee. Right. And so anyway, little personality clashes there, I guess. So I said, well, I got to get mail some way or another. They sent my mail back when it was addressed to what the number that Susie gave me. So And then Kelly says, I'm not sure that you're even in West Virginia. So that got me thinking, well, maybe he's right. No, I can't say he's wrong because I never did check on it.
But this is the United States Postal Service.
Yeah. So I started checking on it, and I said, you know something? When I started getting the topo map, I said, looked at it, and I said, the man's right. We're not in West Virginia. Some of us are, some of us aren't. And
so there are other people who are impacted by this decision.
Once,
maybe that is why they're being so resistant to you, is that they're, you'd think they'd want as many people to be in West Virginia as not.
Well, yeah, in a way, the postal rules, unless they've changed them, is that on a rural route, if you have one delivery per mile, included in the mileage in and out from the last delivery that's on the normal route, then you're eligible for a rural delivery. We on top of that mountain are eligible for rural delivery because there's 13S up there, and then you got 1, 2, 3 going up the hill now, which will eventually expand. So that's 16 people possibly affected by it. So as of this date.
Now, those 16 people, are none of them getting delivery?
None of them are getting delivery. None of us get delivery. So
I thought they had to build you a road whenever they did that. 16 people, that make up a road.
Well, they can service it if they'd open the road up.
Right.
But Mr. Simmons, getting back to Mr. Simmons, he said that to try, he suggested to me to try to get the county commissioners to petition the state and say this is an abandoned road, or what they call it, an orphan road or something like that. But it's a federal road. I don't know how they would do that. And if they find it as an orphan road,
federal because it's on national forest land.
And if they could do that, then they could include that into the county system and scrape it.
That was Mr. Simmons's.
Yeah, that's.
Well, that sounded like a very logical thing.
I thought so. I haven't been down there yet because I've been stuck up on that mountain.
Right, but what's throwing the wrench in that?
I mean, it's not getting down there right now. To be honest with you,
I know. It's crazy.
it's just getting down there because
That's going to cost them a fortune to put a road up there.
well, that road there, I guess they just scraped the ones there.
Well, what I'm talking about is that shouldn't that be a paved road? 16 people on it.
I'd love to see it
They
paved.
put dirt. They do tar and chip down here on Violet Road, and there's just a few houses on it.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean, in other words,
I'll be 71.
If they don't satisfy this situation here with you, they're apt to have to build a many $1,000 road. Wonder if they're thinking about that.
I don't know. I haven't checked into that part of it. I don't know the rules and
All
regulations.
you're asking for is a little tax relief.
I will pay for any piece of garbage I put in Pocahontas County.
Yeah.
I don't have no problems about that. But don't penalize me when I can't get there because of the road conditions or I'm not here.
Right.
You know?
When you haven't got anything to put in there.
Yeah, I don't have anything to put in there to speak of. I can. You know? I buy very little grocery mainly because I'm trying to live on $713 Social Security a month.
Right.
So I don't. Gas is too expensive. I cannot afford to drive from my house to there and back to dump my trash. And I cannot hold trash on top of my hill for 30 days. Regardless what it is, the bears are going to get in it.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be a bear problem constantly. I got one now without the trash up there. So it's just, it's not practical. It's illogical with no forethought about different conditions. Like I say, if they want to charge me, and I will be willing to pay whatever they decide to buy cost would be, or a box, or by the pound, or whatever they use. That's their decision. But whatever they say to dump it in, I'll dump it with that. I don't mind paying it. But I can't take it when there's a place right down here that's only, 13 miles away. There's a place here 13 miles away I can take my trash to, as opposed to going someplace, and that's one way, as opposed to going to 40-some miles away to dump a same trash, one bag or whatever it might be. That just doesn't make good sense. That if you want to split hairs and polish it a little bit, that's not good for the environment. It's driving a vehicle for 40 miles as opposed to 13 miles. You know, it wears out more road mileage.
Right.
I mean, if you want to look at that, cars do wear out roads. I mean, of course, that's splitting hairs, but it's just impractical. that there are some of us, I mean, if I lived downtown Martin, I would have a trash service because that's what's there.
Right.
But, and it runs every day or wherever, what their schedule is. The trash people would not go on that mountain to get my trash. I still have to bring my trash from the top of that mountain 6 miles down the road and leave it out there. Now, what am I going to do? Put it out there in a pile? They're going to have to be some container or something for them to put there in order for us to put it in to keep the bears out of it. Because the bears on this mountain range are very plentiful.
Yeah.
As you can tell by going up and down the road with the bear hunters, with bears on their trucks. It's just not practical for me or logical or ethical for me to force me to try to carry trash off that mountain in a backpack to satisfy their every last Tuesday of every month thing.
Yeah, so
I can't get there.
the issue basically is that they've set it up in the law that there's only you can do it once a month.
Right. Last Tuesday of every
Now, what
month.
about this free day?
That's the last Tuesday of every month.
Okay, so in other words, if you would use the free day, but to use it to take advantage of free day, you have to put something in once a month.
Yes. If you miss one time, you don't get any of it.
Right, and no advantage to you whatsoever. And you can't get off there 4 months a year to do it.
I think
I
that,
think that's a pretty clear problem.
look here, I'm paying taxes more than what I should be because I'm 70. I'll be 71. I don't get the homestead exemption. You know, Dolan says no. He wrote me a letter says I don't know where you live, but you live someplace else.
So he wouldn't give you the homestead
They
exemption?
would, and then they
What's the problem with that? I just the other day, Tom, I took a picture of a deed in the courthouse where the person is getting a homestead exemption, but they themselves, their home address was Maryland. Now you're saying you live there. And even if you did live in Virginia,
That's my address is in Virginia.
right, even if you lived in Virginia, according to whatever they allowed there, you still would have a right to choose the homestead exemption, right?
I don't know all the rules and laws.
Okay, well, I'm just saying I found this very strange
Well, I
thing
mean-
in the courthouse where someone out of state is actually claiming homestead exemption in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, were they granted it? I assume they were. It was put in the mega part.